X-Files Season 4, Episode 13, and Never Again, followed by Episode 14, Memento Mori, followed by Episode 15, Kaddish. That is a plan for today, TV Tuesday. Season 4, X-Files, I'm watching it on the Disney Plus service. If you have Disney Plus, get it ready on Zero. If you got it on Blu-ray or DVD or any other format, get it ready on Zero. But if you don't got it and you don't want to get it, it's all good. Still come along and have some fun. But for now, let me switch over to this screen and just chat to y'all for a little bit. Yo, what up, Al? AE and the place to be. How is ye? How is your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream this Tuesday evening. What has been going in Alan Evans' world? How you doing? In a minute. I think, what was the last time you was in the chat? I think it was a few weeks ago. It's been a few weeks. So how you been, man? How you been? We get ready to watch this X-Files episode. Let me get it ready on Zero myself, so that I'm ready to go when everybody else is. But yeah, my day's been okay. I had a frustrating experience. Let me put it like that. So I ain't know if you know Alan Evans, because you might not have been in the chat when I said it the first time. But I'm selling a bunch of stuff of mine on eBay. I'm going through some of my worldly possessions, and I'm deciding what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep, and you know what it's time to let go of, right? So I'm selling a few things on eBay, and I'm trying to sell my PlayStation Vita. All right, and the first time I tried selling it, it bidded. I put it on, you know, eBay bid, right? I put it on the bid, and it went up to like £100 and something, and it ended there. But the person who won the auction never paid. Yo, what up, Sam? I'm just getting over a horrible cold. Damn, sucks, dude. Hopefully you do get over it. Hopefully get over it, because that is not nice. Especially at this time of year when colds are quite common. But with some Lemsip, I find Lemsip is good. I don't know about you, but I personally find Lemsip is pretty good for like colds and cold symptoms. So maybe that will work if you haven't tried it already. But yeah, Lemsip, either the powdered version, like that you mix in a hot water, or the tablet version. Either one's fine. But yeah, I find Lemsip works pretty well. 1-2 days and you're good. But yeah, so I'm trying to sell my PlayStation Vita on eBay, and I put it on the auction, and it went up to like 100, and I think it was like £106 or something like that. And then the person never paid, right? And I messaged the guy saying, "Hey, what's up?" And he was all like, "Oh yeah, sorry, my son was on my eBay account, and I didn't mean to, you know, didn't mean to. Sorry." So all right. So I had to like cancel it and then relist it again. And it went up to about, this time around, it went up to like 80 something pounds, right? And then immediately, not immediately, but maybe about an hour or so after the auction ended, the person who won the auction messages me on eBay, and he says, "Where can I come to pick it up?" That's what he said. So he didn't ask, like, can I come to pick it up? He said, "Where can I come to pick it up?" Right? Now, I did not put on the auction that this is available for collection, because you can do that if you want to. You can say that, you know, you can come collect it. I didn't do that because I don't want to do collection. I'd rather them pay through eBay, so there's a clear record of them paying through eBay. And I'd rather send it through Royal Mail, track delivery, so there's a clear record of me sending it and them receiving it. That's what I'd rather do, right? But so I never put no collection option on the eBay on the page. But he messages me, "Where can I come to collect it?" And I said, "There's no collection option. You gotta pay through eBay, then I'll send it." And he's like, "But I want to come to collect it." And I said, "I'm not agreeing to that. You know, I didn't put it on the page. I'm not agreeing to it now. You need to pay through eBay, and then I'll send it." And then he messages me back saying, "Your eBay account is new. How can I trust you?" That's what he said. And at that point, I just thought, I'm not even going to respond to this guy's wasting my time. And then not only that, to make matters worse, as if you can make matters worse, my eBay account is new, by the way. I set it up late September this year. But so my eBay account is new. But I just thought, you know, he's wasting my time. I'm not gonna respond to him. It just, yeah, it's just another time waster. But yeah, to make matters worse, I clicked on his profile page. Turns out his eBay account is newer than mine. Like, it was set up like 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, like 14th of October. So how are you gonna come to me and say, oh, how can I trust you? Your eBay account is new, when your eBay account, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyway, so it's just been frustrating because it seems like the people bidding on this thing are people that don't even want to buy it, and it's like, bro, why are you wasting my time? Like, why people feel they need to waste my time for this? I don't know. So yeah, that's been my my evening so far. But hopefully you guys are doing well, Alan's got a cold. Hopefully you guys are doing well, other than Alan's cold and Sam being a place to be over the worst of it. That's good. What's been going on in your days? What's been keeping y'all busy? Dude is a weirdo for sure. For sure. Like, had he messaged me before and said, hey, can I come to collect this? I would have said no, and then he didn't have to like bid on it. He would have known not to bother bid on it. But how are you gonna put bids on something, win an auction, and then assume that I'm just gonna let you come to my place and collect it? Like, I don't. And then you have the audacity to tell me that you can't trust me, when it's like, well, how can I trust you? You're you dumb. So yeah, weirdo indeed. So I think at this point, even if he does pay, I'm just gonna send his money back. I don't trust it. I don't think he's gonna pay, but even if he does, I'm just gonna send his money back because I don't trust it. So I'm just gonna send his money back, and if he pays, I'll send his money back and just relist it when I can. But time wasters out there, man. Exactly. It's like people just wasting your time. I feel like it's some kind of scam. Like, I don't know exactly what the scam is, but it feels like it's some kind of scam. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe he wants to meet and give me some counterfeit money or something, and by the time, you know, I realize it's too late. I don't know what the scam is, but it feels like it's some kind of scam. You know, I don't know how exactly it's a scam. You know, I don't know how exactly he'll get away with the scam. I don't know, but it just feels that way. It just feels all the way off for me. So yeah, at this point, even if he does pay it, I'll just send his money back and be like, no, I don't trust this. I don't trust this. I'm not necessarily trying to make big money out of the stuff I'm selling, but at the same time, I ain't trying to get ripped off either. So no. Yeah, indeed. Just trust your gut. Sometimes you gotta trust your gut. Unless you've got like kidney stones or something, then maybe don't trust your gut. Apart from that, trust your gut. Keep a healthy gut, and then you can trust your gut. Spend the day with the kids, put my troubles aside, and watch movies, did party food, and ate that. Awesome. That sounds like a good day. That sounds like a good day. Have a little food. Oh, speaking of food, actually, let me see if I could find something to show you guys, because I saw this on X, right? And people are clowning this lady, but let me know what you think. And maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something. But let me know what you think of this. Let me find it again. And then I can show it to you. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna put it on screen. This before we start the movie. Oh wait, I haven't done a thing yet. Oh, okay. Here we go. tried that once with cheese and it didn't go well. Oof, I like cheese. You don't really care how much cheese you eat though, because yeah, it's nice going in, not always nice coming out. So you gotta be careful how much cheese you eat. All right, check this out and let me know what you think of this. So yeah, that's a video that a bunch of people are clowning. You know, saying like, oh, why is she doing this? Why is she doing? I'm like, what's wrong with it? You know, somebody's just having a little fun. They got their food coming. They're excited. They're happy. They got their food coming. They do a little dance. I'm like, I do not see the problem with this. But yeah, people are weird. Like you said, people are weird. But I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. What do you guys think? Hollywood's giving it the big I am acting like she can watch horror, so I put on Halloween. She got to the last half, got scared and left the room. Oof. Well, you know what? She probably did better than somebody else we know. Just saying. I don't want to talk behind nobody's back, but you know, there's somebody else we know. I think she did better than that guy. You know what I mean? But I think she did better than a little guy that we know, a little big guy that we know. So oh, she's happy, Sophia. I like her vibe. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Like, you know what? Just let her enjoy the food. I mean, sometimes you gotta do a little dance when your food comes. You know what I mean? You know, when you're about to eat something, maybe you haven't eaten it for a while, and you're excited to try it. You know what I mean? It's just having a little dance. So what? But I don't know if you notice, there's like a, if you look in the back, let me put it on screen again. Like there's a, if you look at the girl in the back, she's giving us some dirty look. She's giving us some dirty look. Like, what's that about, man? Why are you hating on this girl? She's just trying to be a little funny. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. But hey, I don't know, people are weird, man. How can you be mad at somebody else enjoying their food? Like, I feel like that's going to be me on Friday. I'm looking forward to Friday. That's going to be me on Friday. Trust. I'm going to be dancing when the food comes like that. That's going to be me on Friday. Trust that. Scaredy Cat Jacob. Is that his new name now? Yeah, so you ain't got the confidence to do the same thing. That could be it, man. That could be it. Bruh. Alan, you haven't been in the chat for a while, so I'm gonna catch you up a little bit. So in the last couple of months, I've been just monitoring what I eat. I'm making sure I'm not eating too much, adjusting my portions, and you know, that kind of thing. Like just being real, I don't say super careful, but certainly being more mindful that I'm not overeating. Like I'm not just overindulging, so I've been adjusting my portions, adjusting the frequency which I eat. And I've been doing that for about 2 months, only a little over 2 months. But Friday is the day where, you know, that belt gets loosened a little bit. Friday is the day where I'm like, I'm not paying no attention to what I'm eating. Well, that's not exactly. I'm gonna pay some attention, but you know, I'm not, you know, counting no calories. I'm not adjusting no portions. It's just whatever fits. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to Friday. Out with some out with some friends I haven't seen for a good while as well, so it'll be good to catch up with them too. But best believe when they start bringing up food to the table, I'm dancing just like that. That's literally gonna be me on Friday, just like ooh. Need to start cutting down. Oh. Hey, we're at that age, Al. We're at that age. Sam's still quite away from the age, so Sam's all right. Sam's still a young woman, only 29 years old. Halloween because it's definitely a classic horror, but by today's standards, it's very tame. Actually, well, that's she can shut up. Is Halloween tame? I mean, no, I guess to be fair, it's pretty tame by today's standards, but it's still, from what let me try to remember. I feel like there's still some brutal kills in Halloween, right? I mean, well, maybe not brutal kills. No. I think no. There's some brutal death scenes, I think, but I guess the actual killing scenes, the killing bits, are just kind of basic stabbing. But you don't always see the knife going in, and you just hear the screams or something like that. But there's definitely a lot of blood in that movie. So yeah, maybe the death scenes, like the death imagery, it's pretty brutal, I think. But yeah, the actual killing scenes are just like. Yeah, maybe we should try and ease her into it though. Halloween might be a bit too much. Maybe start her off with something really tame, like I don't know, what's a good horror movie for young children to get into? You know, maybe something like well, Terrifier. You know, that's a pretty good movie for kids, I reckon. Or something like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's not a horror movie at all, like not even close. But I guess it does kind of have some almost horror-ish elements, so that might be a good place to start. Kind of ease her into it. Yeah, I mean the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, by the way, like the 90s ones, not like the modern day ones, like the old school, like this one. I'm talking about these ones from like 1990 something or other. I watched the girl get strangled in the car, and that was nothing. She left after that. Holly's the. One of these days I'm gonna remember your kids' ages. But Holly's the 8-year-old. Is that right? Ooh, look at the time. All right, let's get this show started before we're here too late. So hopefully y'all ready on 0. Move over to this screen. Oh, I haven't changed the thing yet. Oh, my bad. I haven't changed this around. We're not watching Kindergarten Cop. We watched that yesterday. We are back on the X-Files. Let me change the picture around. There we go. That's better. All right, hopefully y'all ready on 0. So about to do the countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. Not yet, by the way. Just here we go. And in 3, 2, 1, play. Hey. And yes, I don't want to hear it. I was her age when I watched the Nightmare Note. Okay. Yeah, I think to be fair though, it is just a different generation now, isn't it? Like, we're watching some of the most violent movies known to man, and it was just a normal thing. Long before we were actually old enough to watch them. We did it, our friends did it. It was just a normal thing. And you kind of had to like do it as well, because especially when your friends are watching stuff, you know, your friends are watching these movies, and you don't want to be the one person that's all like, oh man, I couldn't watch that. You don't want to be that guy. So you kind of had to watch it. You kind of had to like put yourself, like force yourself to desensitize to the violence. The old up Brax. Brax Bivvy in a place to Bivvy. How is the Yibby? One sec, guys. This guy on screen right now, he was also in Space Above and Beyond. I don't know if you guys ever watched Space Above and Beyond, but if you didn't, it was a good show. Pretty much my favorite show, my favorite sci-fi of like the 90s. But yeah, a lot of people who were in the X-Files were in Space Above and Beyond because they had the same producers. Memory takes me back to the time when I remembered being scared by these movies and not liking up there. I'm stuck there. I think it's just difficult when you've watched like horror movies for such a long time. It's difficult for a movie to scare you. One of the reasons for that, I mean, probably the main reason for that is because you fundamentally know it isn't real. Like, you know it's a movie, and even though they might deal with a freaky subject or whatever, fundamentally you know it's not real. And even like where you have the ones that are based on true stories, it's like it's less scary and more like, oh, that's just tragic that things like that could happen, you know. But yeah, to actually feel scared and frightened from a movie, like, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's I think it's just hard for a film to do that for people who grow up on these things, because you're just so used to like the jump scares or the, you know, what the things that they do and everything else, and it's like it just, oh, Jodie Foster's in this. Yeah, exactly. You become desensitized to it, but you can still appreciate the movies on just a different level. Like, you still appreciate the gore or the violence or the, you know, the choreography of it all. You can still appreciate it on that level, but for being scared, it's kind of like not quite. Do you have a big problem with people trying to poison kids in America or Louisiana? Oh. Ed's hearing things. Kids don't care for the trick or treat and thing anyway. Never shown interest in it. Yeah, I'm not sure it's much of a thing in the UK. I mean, I guess it does happen, but it seems to me, anyway, it's just not much of a thing. Like, I don't think I've only ever seen one trick-or-treater in my entire life. I'm older still and also. Has anybody here been trick-or-treating? I've never done it in my entire life. Never been on it. And only seen one person do it. But anybody else been trick-or-treating? Scotty's pissed off. Never went trick-or-treating either, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure it's a thing over here, like... Not like in America, it seems anyway. I think in America, at least from the outside looking in, it looks like it's a much big thing over there, like trick-or-treating. I think I remember wanting to do it when I was a kid. And my mum not letting me go because she doesn't want people to think we're poor. She called it begging. I'm guessing a lot of people's parents probably had similar opinions on it. Lost his job. That sucks, man. Earlier this morning, I see as the biggest Halloween party. The holiday really got big over here. After the first Hocus Pocus came out. Wait, what was the first Hocus Pocus? Like 1990 something? Pretty sure Halloween was big in America before that movie. Costume, the black bin bag. As Bree said, yeah, the classic black bin bag with holes in it. Hey, if it works, right? Okay, I see what you mean. Man, when you're too crazy for the Jehovah Witness people, bruh. No, I'm not even sure if I've ever been to a Halloween party. You know. Get the kids a costume every year for the school Halloween disco, and they get to wear on Halloween. Okay. Do you make the costumes yourself, or do you buy them? Because if you looking for ways you can save money on costumes, one of my friends who runs a YouTube channel talks a lot about making costumes without spending too much money. So could be worth checking out that channel for some tips. Don't make them, hell no. I go to home bargains. Okay, fair enough then. But hopefully doing more than the black bin bags, like at least some green bin bags or something, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's the green bin bags, like those thick grey ones that they put rubber in. Like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like at this point you've done the black bin bags when you're as a kid. Now you gotta step it up a notch. Now with your own kids. So maybe like a Marks and Spencer's carrier bag, you know, that might be a good one. This is not just any bag. This is Marks and Spencer's. Home bargain. That's the blue shop with the red writing, right? Never again. Alright. What about Peacocks though, or Prime? Actually, no, Peacocks closed down. What about Primark? Or is Primani? That's a damn shame. Oh well. At least there's somewhere you can go though. know you can do though. You can just buy them like regular clothes and be like, your costume is disgruntled office worker. That's pretty scary, actually. That's a very scary. Yeah, that'd be a very scary costume, disgruntled office worker. Went from giving tattoos in prison to tattoos in real life. Now that's progress. Eddie. Eddie. Eddie's shooting a shot. Scariest costumes, politician, the IRS, algebra teacher, the in-laws, raw. You scared of algebra teachers? Come on now, Brax. Ain't nothing to be scared of. Algebra's easy. Yeah, Mulder said a prick. First of all, how can you be surprised that Scully's got a date. Like, come on, let's not be naive here. Let's not be naive. Putting a cigarette on your own arm though, like that's just not a good idea now, is it? Not a good idea. Okay. Scully's about to date a criminal. This guy lives in a dark apartment. That's a red flag. 2G. Glenn Ross. That's a good film. If you've not seen that film, that is a very highly recommended film. Glenn Ross. It's like a 90s film. It's based on a play. It's got Al Pacino. It's got Jack Lemmon. He Who Shall Not Be Named. Who else is in that? Oh, I can't remember, but it's got a stellar cast. It's got a stellar cast, and yeah, Alec Baldwin's in it. Warship. So Scully's got daddy issues is basically what she's saying. There's some Halloween jokes. That's so good. Wait, Scully getting the arse out. Oh, it's back. Never mind. So what is your best Halloween costume, Brax? Or anybody for that matter, actually. What is your best Halloween costume? Or any costume. Not necessarily Halloween, but just any costume you've ever had. What was your best best costume? But for real, math ain't my best subject. Math was actually one of two subjects I was actually good at. Well, maths and science were the two subjects I was actually good at. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not that good at them anymore, but like, yeah, they were the two subjects I was actually good at. Everything else, not so much. Not so much. What is your best subject, or what was your best subject, Brax? And anybody else, what was your best subject in school? Ghostface. Okay, yeah. Scream. Zombie and the alien. No, I just realized something. I haven't got the subtitles on. Apparently nobody cares because nobody said nothing. So it don't even matter. Maybe it don't even matter. Uh-oh. Might get a little bit too rough. I think my best costume I ever had, and to be fair, there's not been that many, but I'll say my best costume was probably when I did Nick Fury at was it EGX, which is a Comic-Con style event. It's not Comic-Con, it's not as big, but it's a similar type of event. called EGX, and I did Nick Fury for that. It was years back, and it was a pretty simple cosplay because I already had the long black leather coat. Already had that, and so the only thing I had to do was get an eye patch, and I had a bald head and I had a goatee. So I just, I had to sort of shave the sides for the goatee. So, I had the bald head anyway. So I just got the styled the goatee out, put the eye patch on, and I had a black shirt underneath and some black jeans and boots. So yeah, it's a pretty simple cosplay, but it was pretty cool to do it, and got stopped a few times. People wanted to take pictures, and so yeah, pretty cool. Sort my child out, man. So good. Priorities as a mother. Every other subject outside of math, basically, mainly because I don't disability with math. I did pass algebra 1 in high school, but then lazy in algebra part 2. Okay. Yeah, I was almost a ghost bomb. Too. Yeah, I guess a zombie would be more scary than a ghost. Because ghosts, I mean, we could do is put like a white sheet over your head. Actually, you put a white sheet over your head. That might be pretty scary. Actually, just now that I'm thinking about it, you put a white sheet over your head like that. That actually might be scarier than a zombie. So just saying. Just saying. Anyway, it's just don't appreciate my me time, man. It's like you birth them, you raise them, you feed them, you clothe them. And it's like, when it's time to be like, just leave me alone. I'm trying to watch this guy on the internet. Trying to watch this bozo on the internet. It's no respect, man, no respect. Okay, no, it's all good. Ghost has a creepy face or full body design. Wow. If I had that, then I think the zombie outfit would be scarier. Yeah, like I said, it's the me time. It's the you time. You've earned it. They need to respect that. Respect my authority. Scully. Scully is hot though, like, same. So we were talking about the vanilla slices the other day, right? And I still do intend on going up north and buying a vanilla slice. That's still a plan, by the way. But before that, I want to see if I can make one. And I was watching a video. I watched a couple of videos on how to make vanilla slices, and it doesn't seem overly difficult, but it can take a little while, you know, and I'm not sure I've got all the equipment that's needed for it. So I'm going to try and make a list tomorrow of everything that's needed, and hopefully try and get to the shop tomorrow as well, to the supermarket tomorrow, and whatever I don't have I'll get. And then if I start making it on Thursday, then hopefully by Friday it be all ready, because like you need to like do stuff and chill it overnight. That's why it takes a while. So that's the current plan. Tomorrow, see if I can get some stuff. I'm not saying, I mean, it might not work out. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but as long as, if tomorrow goes well, I'll be able to get anything I don't need, anything I don't have tomorrow. And then, yeah. Start making this thing. I might have to settle for vanilla extract rather than vanilla, so. Oof, man, burnt his whole arm off though. Oh, word. But yeah, if all goes to plan, by Friday I'll have my own vanilla slice. There needs to be a video so I can judge. Oh, shoot a little video thing. Yeah, just might have to do that. Boris bad enough. Was Boris bad enough? But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I just need to, like I said, make a list of the stuff that all the equipment that's needed, check what I have, and all the ingredients and all that kind of stuff. Check what I have, and anything I don't have, yeah, go to shop, see if I can get it. I think the equipment should be fine. Like, I'm pretty sure I have most, if not everything, in terms of equipment. Like I said, I'll double check and everything, but I think I've got the equipment. It's maybe just some of the ingredients I might be missing. Like, I don't know if I have any vanilla extract. I don't have any vanilla, but I might have some vanilla extract. Yeah, tell him, Scotty. But yeah, it doesn't seem too difficult to make. Doesn't seem too difficult to make. Wait a minute, wasn't Jodie Foster in this, they said? Wait, hold on a second. That's what they said, Jodie Foster was in this episode. I might have to, like, do a Google search to find out who she played, because I did not see no Jodie Foster. It might have been a voice. But yeah, that was Never Again. That was pretty interesting. I remember this episode, actually. I actually do remember watching this one the first time around. Because I remember the guy, Rodney Rowland. I remember him because he was in Space Above Me On. I remember when I saw him in this, after seeing him in Space Above Me On, I was like, yeah. I know, geeky stuff, but that's who I is. But yeah, I do remember seeing that episode. She was the voice of the test. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool, though. Big time actress Jodie Foster just did a voice for the X-Files. Nice. But yeah, that was a cool episode. I like that. Dude went crazy. Kind of similar to his character in Space Above Me On, except he doesn't quite go crazy. But, you know, I won't spoil that, but that's a good show, too. Only ran for one season, but it was a great season. Do you have any baking experience? I mean, kinda. I've used an oven before. I think most of my cooking tends to be on a stove, but yeah, I've used an oven a few times before. So I know how to operate an oven. So yeah, I think I can do that. I think I could do it. I think I can do it. Because, like, apparently the main thing is, like, you got to make the custard, right? The vanilla custard. But you got to chill that overnight. So, like, you do that the day before. And then the next day is when you get, like, your puff pastry. But you have to put holes in it so it doesn't actually puff up. And then you got to cut it before... Oh, come on, it's set. But you got to cut it at some point. So when you try to make the sections, make the slices, no, it cuts easier or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Hopefully have something up on the channel in the next maybe few days or so, making vanilla slices. But we'll see, you know. Making vanilla ice. Will be a piece of this. Oof, where'd it go? Piece of this then. Yeah, it didn't look too hard. I watched 2 videos on how to do it, and yeah, they both kind of went through pretty much the exact same method. I think the only difference was that one used actual vanilla and the other one used vanilla extract. I'm not sure I have either. So, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll check it in a shop, but I don't think my local shop sells vanilla. They might, but they most likely would sell vanilla extract. If they don't have vanilla, they have vanilla extract. So I might have to settle for that. Although I'd imagine that if you use actual vanilla, it's probably going to taste better, right? But if they don't, you just make do with what you got. So just use that instead. Yeah. make my own vanilla slice, then one day travel up north and try real vanilla slice. Making pastry is hard though. I buy it. Oh yeah, they said to both the methods said to buy the puff pastry. You can buy like the sheets of it, and then but you just got to put the holes in it so that when you put it in the oven, it doesn't actually puff up. But yeah, I don't think I'll be making a pastry. I won't be making a pastry. Just seeing if I can buy that. I guess that's the main thing. As long as I can get the pastry, which I don't think will be an issue. I don't think that'd be an issue. I don't think I've ever bought pastry like that before though, but I don't think that's an issue. Hopefully it's not an issue. If it is, then that kills that video. That kills that whole plan right there if it's an issue buying a pastry. And I've started looking in how to make pastry, like, damn it. Alright, let's get this next episode started. Actually, before we get it started, let's get ready on zero. It's called Memento Mori. Now let's, there we go, yeah, now let's get it started. So hopefully you're ready on zero as well. The bat started count now, and in 3, 2, 1, play. But yeah, both videos I watched, they just had the puff pastry already bought, already pre-bought. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I made it. Well, as long as it tastes good in the end, though, right? Have you booked today, Brax? Brax has been planning a tattoo for 12 years. So have you finally booked today? Is it all booked in and confirmed? It's no difference to taste. Yeah, I mean, you use all the same ingredients, right? And same methods and whatnot. And when it comes down to it, you know, food is food. That's not true. That's not true. I know. That is so not true. Former pro NBA player discovers his wife's OnlyFans. I think I saw that video, or saw that headline rather. Sorry, I didn't read the whole article though, but yeah, I think I saw something like that going around. How would you feel if you discovered your wife and or husband had an OnlyFans page? How would you guys feel about that if you found out your partner had an OnlyFans page? Favorite TV theme? Ooh, man, that's a tough question. I think I mean, it has to be something from the 80s. But yeah, that'd be something from the 80s like Thundercats, Defenders of the Earth. You know, one of the like old school 80s kids cartoons I think would be one of my favorite TV theme tunes. I mean, there's been some great theme tunes over the years for sure, but I think if I had to pick a favorite, it'd have to be one of the 80s kids cartoons. So yeah, Thundercats, He-Man, She-Ra was a great theme tune. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ulysses, Cities of Gold. Like, I mean, there's so many, but yeah, my favorite be amongst those. How about you guys? What's your favorite TV theme tune? It'll be done when I have the money and time. Then I'll cross that bridge. I still ain't booked it yet. Come on, Brax. It's been 12 years. Been 12 years. You need to get a big ass epic tattoo at this point. I'll be pissed. That means he's keeping that cash. Well, if you found out he had the OnlyFans page, but nobody subscribed to it. Yeah, the X-Files theme tune was classic though. I would laugh. Yeah, I think my favorite definitely the 80s. If I had to pick one from the 90s, yeah, X-Files would be up there, but also things like Bottom. What else from the 90s was really good? Was a good theme tune. I mean, Friends, of course. I think the Friends was just such a classic theme as well. You know, because I feel like anybody who watched Friends, anytime Friends came on, you know the bit where the song goes, so no one told you life was gonna be this way. Everybody claps, right? You know, you listen. Yeah, don't lie to me now. Don't lie to me now. Like when you watched Friends, every week that part in the theme tune, everybody in the room was like, right. You didn't have to organize it. You know, you didn't have to arrange it. It just everybody did that. So no one told you life was gonna be this, and you just clap. Right. So yeah, I think the Friends theme was definitely a classic of the 90s as well. That's got to be up there. That's definitely going to be up there. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, of course, was another great theme as well. Now I mean, that's such a classic. It's like its own meme at this point. Now this is a story all about how my life. Captain Planet, yeah, that was a good one as well. Theme, the Dragonfly, Thundercats, yeah, you done know. Case closed, Buffy, Living Single, The Parkers. Scully got the cancer. Damn. But yeah, man, I mean, I feel like here's the thing though. I feel like with modern shows, with modern TV shows and modern like sort of series and things, I don't think they invest as much in the theme tune anymore. You know, like I think outside of anime, like you don't really get these kind of themes. You get like maybe a jingle, and that's pretty much it. And I get it, you know, time's an issue and trying to squeeze more in and blah blah blah. But it just means that the TV theme tune, at least it is sort of Western media, it doesn't really exist anymore like it used to. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shows just go with like a short jingle and then kind of move on. So when it comes to modern shows, I don't know if there's like anything that really stands out as like having a great theme tune. There's lots of good shows around, I'm not saying that. But in terms of having a really good theme tune, I'm not sure any really stand out. Show for sure. You know, like it's the thing because you hear it so often. It's the bit that you remember the most a lot of the time. But yeah, you just don't really. I don't know. Like maybe I just don't know anyway. What are, let's say a TV show after, what were you, 2023 now? So let's say after 2013 or 2010. Let's go. Any TV show after 2010 that had a good theme tune. Like can we think of any? Can we think of any TV shows after 2010 that had a good theme tune? I ain't talking about whether it's a good show or not, but just whether it's had a good theme tune. Shows that came after 2010. Like, I feel like there hasn't been many, if any. But, I don't know. Maybe I just missed those ones. Yeah, Sabrina and Musha were good shows actually. M to the O to the E to the shh. I think that's weird, something like that. I don't know, Brax. You say that black people watch this show and white people watch that show. I don't know, man, because like there's a lot of black Americans talking about, you know, Friends and, you know, Matthew Perry right now. And I know there's plenty of white Americans that talk about watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and, you know, shows like that. So I don't know, like maybe it wasn't as segregated as you might as people made it out to be. I feel like people watch those shows. Maybe they didn't talk about it as much because it wasn't the cool thing or whatever at the time. But I feel like plenty of black folks watch those white shows and plenty of white shows watch those black shows. At least that's how it seems to me. Okay, it was a joke, okay. But yeah, Moesha was pretty popular over here actually. I remember watching that. With Brandy Norwood. Alright, let's see here. TV shows after 2010. The Walking Dead, that was after 2010. Can we say The Walking Dead had a great theme tune though? It was a good show, but did it have a great theme tune? Black Mirror, yeah, it was really just a jingle. It's a good show, but yeah, it just had a jingle. So yeah, a lot of good shows in the last 10 years, but I don't think if many of them had a really great theme tune. Scully got the cancer, man. Damn shame. Show. Yeah, it just wasn't. I mean, well, I wouldn't say it wasn't a thing. I mean, it was a thing. But yeah, I feel like as far as just watching stuff goes, like by and large, nobody was like, "Oh, you can't watch this because you're there," or "You can't watch this because," you know, nobody's really like that. Like you watch the stuff that you enjoyed. Boy Meets World was a good show, man. I like that show. Topanga. Topanga. Remember Topanga? Oof. Mate. I think if you're a guy of like maybe 35 to, let's say, about 55. Actually, no, maybe not. Yeah, about 35 to about 50. Let's say about 35 to 50. If you're a guy around about 35 to 50 years old, maybe a little younger, maybe a little older, but if you're in that kind of age range, I'll say there's like a 99.9% chance you had a crush on Topanga back in the day. Even if it was just a little mini crush, but you had a crush on Topanga back in the day. That was, yeah, Boy Meets World was a show. That was a good show. I used to watch Rosen as well. I like that show. Married Children, yeah. Hanging with Mr. Cooper, yeah. Holly Robinson. School bus. Okay. Yeah, that's the one for people who got high. Brax is a stoner, yeah. Brax likes the wacky backy. Scully, I'm pissed. TV show. Yeah, secretly mixed race. Yeah, I think like, I don't know, like light skin. I say in my sort of life experience, like with TV shows, like race was something that would get noticed just based on like, especially more so in the 80s where you didn't always have as many black guys on TV and say prominent roles. Like there's maybe only a few, like Lenny Henry at the time, and you know maybe one or two others I can't remember right now, but there wasn't that many. So yeah, it was something that you notice, but I don't think it was ever anything that you were like, oh, this show is for me, because, you know what I mean? You'd watch whatever still. Like, you'd watch, you know, whatever show, whether it had mostly white guys, mostly black guys, but you still watch whatever. But yeah, I'd say you would notice. You would notice. It was, I say it was noticed, but it wasn't always brought up. Not that it was never brought up, it wasn't always brought up. I think that's probably a fair thing to say. You noticed it, but it wasn't necessarily the thing that you held to. It's like, end of the day, if you enjoy the show, you enjoy the show, and if it was funny, you laugh, you know what I mean, whatever. Like, even by the time you get to like the mid-90s where Friends comes around, like Friends was just a good show, it was a popular show. And you watched it, you laughed, and it's only like in recent years where people said things like, oh, but the lack of diversity. Oh, but the lack of diversity. And it's like, yeah, that's not untrue, but at the time, you didn't care. Or most, I mean, I think one of the reasons why, maybe not you didn't care, maybe that's not the right way to describe it, but certainly you didn't care enough to be like, complain about it at the time. And I think one of the reasons for that is because it's like, so what? There were plenty of shows around. Some had mostly black guys, some had mostly white guys. So what if one show didn't have, you know what I mean? It didn't matter in that. I feel like people forget things, you know? I'm not sure if I make any sense, but I feel like people forget things. I feel like a lot of times, especially with the newer generation, there's a lot of great things about the newer generation, but they seem to be very insistent on forgetting history and changing narratives to suit kind of agendas or ideas. Like the idea that this is the first show to do something. It's like, is it really? I mean, let's not act like shows with black people never existed before. Let's not do that, because there was plenty. Not just the Fresh Prince, there was loads, you know. I'm not saying that you can't have shows with diverse cast. Of course you can. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But let's not pretend like Friends was this all of a sudden this major problem because it didn't have as many non-white actors in it. The only reason why people bring it up is because it happened to be a super popular show. Like if that show flops, nobody'd say nothing about it, because there's plenty of shows out there that didn't have a lot of black, had mostly white actors. Nobody talks about those. But Friends just happened to be popular, so people want to bring it up now and be like, oh yeah, but the diversity is like, shut up, man. Nobody had an issue with it at the time, because there were plenty of shows at the time where you had, whether it's mostly Asian cast as well. I remember Goodness Gracious Me, you know, so it's like you had people, had lots of people acting. It weren't people. Not to say everything was fine and there was no problems and racism never existed. No, I ain't saying that. But come on, I'm not gonna act like there were no achievements made by people during the 80s, during the 90s, early 2000s, and we're supposed to now pretend like none of that matters just so you could have this. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. George Lopez sitcom, Man, Ugly Betty. Check it out. 2013 sitcom, Haunted. Half away. Two thoughts. Move into an apartment. I don't think I've heard of that show. Oof. Skinner. Oh no, that's a problem. That is a problem because, like, people write crap, right? They write absolute garbage, and then throw in a couple of token actors and act like they're saving the world. Like, nah, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's not do this. That's the thing. That's one of the things that kind of annoyed me about like kind of the writer strike. Is like, of course, writers deserve to be paid fairly. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. But like, if you're writing shows that just aren't that good, you can't be mad that people don't watch them. And when people don't watch them and the royalties are low, it's like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, it's like somebody writes a show like 20 years ago that wasn't very good, barely got watched, and starts complaining that their royalty checks aren't coming in. It's like, shut up, man. If you wrote something that was actually good, that people actually liked, that became actually popular, then yeah, you can get your money. But if you're writing some boring ass crappy show that got watched by like 20 people and never again, and now 30 years later you're like, oh, but my royalties are... Indeed. Because a good show is going to be a good show regardless, you know. Well, actually, let me not say that. That's not exactly true. I mean, you could take a good show and turn it into a crap show with the wrong actors for sure. Like, you could. What's that? There's a saying that goes, you can make a crap show out of a good script. You can never make a good show out of a crap script. So yeah, the quality of your actors and directors and that all matters, of course, but that's to do with their skill level, not their skin color. I think that Prey movie, that Predator movie, Prey, I think that's a recent example of how people would champion something because the actor in it is, not white, And they'd be like, oh yeah, this is amazing, this is great, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. And they will tell you that, oh, it's an amazing film, it's great, it's amazing. But let's be honest, like, who's talking about that show now? Or who's talking about that movie now? You know what I mean? It had a little buzz. Who's talking about it now? Like, nobody cares about that film. Because as much as everybody, or not everybody, saying, much as a lot of people saying it was a great movie, you know secretly they did not like it. They just felt like they had to say it was good. Just because if you don't say it's good, then all of a sudden you hate women and Native Americans or something. But that film was just not good at all. It had some cool moments. It was just not a good film. And for the main actress in that film to go from starring in this supposedly masterpiece to doing what now exactly? And no shade on her, you know. No shade on her. I'm just talking about the fact is the response to it is bullshit. People said it was a good film, but nobody actually liked that film. Like I don't believe anybody actually liked that film. Very, very few, if any. Certainly not as many as people say they thought it was a great film. As many people that said it was a great film, I don't believe that many people actually liked it. That film sucked. Boring indeed, like bruh. I might have to talk about that movie for my Wyatt's Trash series. Unpopular opinion, I think Wednesday. You know, I'm gonna disagree on that one. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. I liked Wednesday. So yeah, well, to be fair, you did say unpopular opinion, so yeah, you're right. You're right. That is an unpopular opinion. The thing I didn't like about Wednesday though was that I did feel like some of the characters, some of the some of the supporting cast, it felt like some of their stories, even some of the main stories, felt a little bit rushed at times. But aside from that, I thought it was a good show. I tried. I don't get the hype. Using interesting. I thought it was pretty decent. I thought like they did a pretty good take. It was a pretty interesting take on the Addams family and just focusing on the one character. Yeah, definitely some creative choices that didn't quite hit it for me, but overall, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. But it's okay, Sam. Seems that you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I understand that sometimes when it comes to good shows, you might not always get it. So it's alright. I understand. he got a cure for Scully's cancer. That's alright. That's alright. Some things you'll like, some things you'll strike. That is close. All right, so here's a question for the group. What is a show that, well, I guess we got an answer from Samarelli for Wednesday, but what is a show that you think, or show or a movie that you think is bad, you think is like not very good, but everyone else seems to think is great? So a show or a movie that you think it is, not very good, maybe just mediocre, but everyone else around seems to think it's amazing. For me, that would be Citizen Kane. Oh, and The Lord of the Rings as well. Sticking with Wednesday. It took me a really long time to watch Walking Dead. Maybe when they make the sequel Thursday, that might be better. That might be better. This felt so interesting. Yeah, no, that's pretty much how I feel about Lord of the Rings. I mean, the first Lord of the Rings movie I thought was okay, but after that, I just couldn't. They were just long. They were boring. I think I fell asleep. Either that, or I just blacked out, and I don't know what happened. Either way, my attention was gone. Well, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll try it again, just to see if my opinion's changed on that. But Citizen Kane, definitely. I've tried to watch that like 4 or 5 times, and every time it's just no. Yeah, I didn't even bother with those ones. I didn't even bother. Lord of the Rings finished to me. I was like, nah. Didn't even bother with The Hobbit. They're like, what, 3 more? How long are those movies? Like 3-4 hours each, mate. That is, I mean, I don't mind long movies, but when a movie is long and boring, it's like, mate, come on. At that point, you're just taking a piss, you know what I mean? Like a short movie that's boring sucks, but at least you had the decency to be short. But if you're going to be like long and boring, it's like, no, you're just not being fair right now. You're just not being reasonable right now. You can't be long and boring. Like, pick one. If you're gonna be long, don't be boring. If you're gonna be boring, don't be long. You know what I mean? Like, pick one. Skin is just blunt, isn't it? I'm working, not gonna help you. Maybe that's why it's so blunt. Cigarette man. Something I've seen recently is remake movies with black cars. They'd be amazing. Go white female to a single black female. They have someone who likes movies. It's lazy. Okay, well that was Memento Mori. Scully got the cancer. Scully got the cancer, but she's determined to beat it. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, when it comes to that sort of thing about, I think my opinion has changed over the years on race swapping. Or maybe not changed, but I'll say it's evolved. Maybe it's a better way to describe it. I think my opinion has evolved over the years. Because on one hand, you're right, it is lazy. If all you're doing is remaking a movie and swapping out the race, yeah, that's pretty lazy. Like, I think that's fair. That being said, the act of race swapping, I don't have an issue with directly. In terms of, like, you know, when you consider that most characters are not race dependent. You know what I mean? Like, most characters, as they're described and as they're created, are not really race dependent. But, you know, you've got to be played by somebody, and in a lot of cases, especially going back to, you know, back in the day, a lot of times it was a white actor, or a lot, you know, that kind of thing. But it wasn't so much this character very specifically has to be white. So if you're remaking a movie and you cast actors who you think are good for the role, and you cast a black actor or an Asian actor or any other different actor, I don't think that in itself is the issue. But you're right, if that's all you're doing, and be like, oh yes, remake this movie, but get a black guy, and then, you know, that's it. That is lazy to me, because then all you're doing is trying to capitalize on this idea of like there was some kind of thing that prevented people, and not to say, like, again, it's not that racism doesn't exist. I'm not trying to say that, but it feels like this idea of shows now for black actors don't exist, when that's not true. There's plenty of shows out there for non-white actors. Plenty of shows being written very specifically right now for non-white actors. Matter of fact, you might even argue, in some level, there might even be more opportunities for black actors than there are white actors right now. You're right. So this idea of like, yeah, all we're gonna do is like swap the race and then feel like pat ourselves in the back and act like we've done a good job. No, that's just lazy to me. Like, if you're remaking something and then you're putting out the cast and then you're auditioning people and you pick somebody who you feel is the right person for the role, and it just so happens to be an actor of a different race than the original actor, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But yeah, if you're very specific, go, yeah, let's get a black guy, let's get an Asian guy, and then that's all you're doing, yeah, that's lazy to me. Like, and I think it shows. I think it shows when you watch the film. It shows where all they've done is, whether they've just been lazy about it and they haven't really considered why they're remaking this in the first place, whether it's even worth remaking. What are you actually adding to it? What I think you can tell sometimes when that's the case, versus when you've done something that actually is a worthwhile production in its own rights. You know what I mean? And not just some lazy cash grab, or that type of thing. So yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's get this next episode ready on Zero. Start it in just a moment or two. Not too late though, because I should be remaking the movie, and race swapping, remakes are fine, change the race is fine, but for the effort in the movie, so it's right, yeah, these remaking, not carbon copying, right, exactly, yeah. I think that's really what it comes down to with any of these things, where it's like, just don't be lazy about it. Just don't be lazy about it. And I think one of the ways you can tell they're being lazy about it is how it gets promoted. I don't know if you've noticed this, but if something gets promoted and you hear the words diverse cast, that's a red flag to me. That's a red flag to me. Like, the moment I hear diverse cast, I'm like, side eye. I'm not saying it's definitely going to be crap, but side eye. Because that shouldn't be a thing you use to promote a movie. You know what I mean? Like, so what? In 2023, so what? Like, Fast and the Furious doesn't have you know what I mean? Fast and the Furious is probably one of the most racially diverse movie franchises out right now. And they don't promote themselves that way. They've never promoted themselves that way. I mean, they're aware of it. I'm sure they're aware of it. But you never see them go to interviews, yeah, we're trying to be that. You don't see them do that. Because that's not what it's about. It's about making a movie that's crazy and over the top, That's crazy and over the top action and doesn't make any sense at all. That's what they've been doing for the past 20 years, and they'll keep doing that for as long as they can. And that's why when they promote these movies, they're like, oh yeah, we're just getting, we're gonna get bigger stunts, and that's what they talk about when we're gonna do bigger stunts. It's like, we're always thinking to ourselves, how can we top what we did before? That's the type of thing you hear them say in interviews, right? Well, how can we top what we did before? It's everybody else that's all like, oh, but it's like, shut up, man. Shut your mouth. What's going on over, man? People watch it. Well, I mean, to be fair, plenty of good films that didn't get watched. plenty of good movies that hardly anybody saw. So, but yeah. In fact, here's a question actually. What is a really good movie? Yeah, a really good movie that just did not do well at like the box office or any kind of financial sales. You know, for what one reason or another, hardly anybody watched this film. Like, what is a good movie that just did not get the attention it deserved? Let me try to think of one. That's my question for everybody. I'm going to try and think of one as well. There's loads, I'm sure. Like Maggie comes to mind naturally, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I don't think that did particularly well, but that was a good film. That was a pretty good film. But yeah, let's get this next episode started. We'll think of more films that should have made more money than they did. Hopefully you're ready on zero. This is episode 15, Kaddish. And in 3, 2, 1, play. I'm going to search good films that nobody saw on Google. Good films. Oof. Nobody saw. Oh, Train to Busan apparently didn't do so well. That's a good film, Train to Busan. Eden Lake, I'm not sure if I even heard of that. Well then, well there you go. There you go. Let's try good films that flopped. That might be better results. Good films that flopped. Oh, they just stabbed him. Damn. Okay, here's the list. 50 great movies that bombed at the box office. Mulholland Drive is on the list. That's a good film. Apparently not many people saw that. Oh, that is a good film. Anyhow, sadly, it's a really good movie. Eden Lake. Apparently The Thing didn't do so well, but I think that's probably done better since. That's probably done better since on DVDs and things like that. But apparently it didn't do so well when it got released. That's a great film though, The Thing. That is a fantastic film. See, Eden Lake, I want to search that real quick. 2008 film. Drama / horror, an hour 31. Oh, it's on Amazon. Oh wait, no, it's a premium subscription, so I've got to buy or rent it. Is that Marco Fassbender? Yeah, Marco Fassbender's in it. Okay, nice. Alright, I think I might have missed what's going on in this episode of the X-Files, but oh well. Try and figure it out as we continue watching. I saw somebody got stabbed and now this mysterious man's walking away from a breathing dead body. Alright. Alright. Truth is out there. I recommend eating it so many times to different people, and they never watch it, and they are missing out. It's honestly really good, and it's a British film. British. Well, in that case, I'll be disappointed if there's no beans on toast in that film. If nobody's having beans on toast in that film, I'll be very upset. We can talk in the study. Can you now? Can you? Great performances, honestly, couldn't recommend it enough. Okay, might watch it on actually before I say I'm gonna watch it on Friday. Let me see something real quick, because if I gotta. Okay, it's only $4.99 to buy. I could spare $4.99. But Friday is my treat day, so I can treat myself to a movie on Friday. I could maybe watch it while eating my vanilla slice if all goes well. Oh wait, no, it's $5.99. Well, it's $5.99 if I buy the HD version, or $4.99 if I buy the SD version. And apparently, this movie's already in my watch later list. Interesting. Maybe I have heard of it. Maybe I have heard of it. Probably from you actually. I just forgot about it. But like you said, you've recommended it to so many people and they never actually watch it. I guess I'm one of those people, by the looks of it. I'm the only one that recommends it. Yeah, you probably. I'm guessing what happened is that you mentioned it. Probably when we're talking about movies and stuff and movie nights or whatever. And I was probably like, okay, that was cool, and I'll add it to my list, and then I'm forgetting that about it. And now today I'm like, I don't even think I've heard of it. Apparently I have heard of it. Apparently I have. Let's see, I'll probably forget about it again. We'll probably be talking again in like a couple of months, talking about Eden Lake, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't think I've heard of that movie. Mind you, weekly now. All right, cool. Come next week. You watch Eden Lake. Eden Lake? I don't think I've heard of that. Oh, he's hiding something. Well, I'm looking forward to Friday though, because there's a few things I want to do. One of them is go Starbucks, because there's a drink that you can get made at Starbucks, which, well, in America you can. I don't know if you can do it in the UK, but I'll try. But I've heard about this drink you can get made at Starbucks in America, and I'm hoping they can do it in the UK. It sounds really good. Apparently it has people like reacting in all kinds of mad ways. So yeah, I want to try that. Yeah, hopefully make the vanilla slice as well. And then in the evening, oh, this belly is getting some love. Oh, they film the menu, not the menu of restaurants. Well, I guess that has people divided too, depending on which restaurant. Watch Eden Lake. Eden Lake. What's Eden Lake? Not sure I've even heard of that. Oh yeah, watch Eden Lake while eating a bit. Damn, I forgot already. That sounds good. Yeah, that was it. Watch Eden Lake while eating a vanilla slice. Yeah, that was it. That was it. I forgot already. What's it been? 5 minutes? Write it down. You know what? All right, yeah. I've got a whiteboard. All right. I've written it down. I've written it down. That's there. Now I've got no excuses. I mean, I've got plenty of excuses really, but I've got no excuses. Friday night, must watch Eden Lake or Sandwich on my balls. Damn. Wait, do I have to watch it Friday night? Can I watch it Friday afternoon or Friday morning? Like, if I watch it Friday morning, do you still chop off my balls because I don't watch it Friday night? I think we need to get the specifics. We need to get the specifics right. I'll see how I feel. Damn it. price. Scully with the bad news. Put me in a home, chopping my balls off if I don't watch a movie. Yeah, I really should have read the small print. Let this be a lesson to you fellas. Read the small print. Matter of fact, don't just read it. Get a lawyer to go over it for you as well. Get like a lawyer to like check and double check and question things. That's what you should do. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want prenup. We want prenup, yeah. That's true. Anything but boring. Scary, violent, dangerous. Heart attack inducing, but yeah, never boring. Never that. Never that. Just walk into the synagogue, interrupt the prayer. It's disrespectful. No, I think I was right the first time. I think I was right the first time. I used to have a full head of hair, then I married you and it just... stress, man, the stress. Beard's going grey now, it's like, oh... try and remember. I've got it written down. Yeah, I've got it written down. I've got my plan of what I'm gonna do. So we got it written down. We got it planned out this Friday. Or I could, not do that. And that'll be fine. I've got it written down. It'll be fine. I forgot once. I'll be fine. Be fine. But if you put me in a home, you can make him sit me in front of a TV screen and get him to play Eden Lake on repeat, just over and over again. Maybe watch it so many times that I actually go crazy. Ariel. Man, I've got a wife trying to put me in a whale. Trying to put me in a whale, put me in a home, making the world think I'm crazy, man. Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie. Oh, well. If I have to watch Die Hard on repeat until I say it's a Christmas movie, man, I think I might actually go crazy in their head, and even then, I'd be like, nah, it's still a Christmas movie. I'll go nuts from watching it so many times, and I'd still be like, nah, it's not a Christmas movie. Nah, this is not. We're gonna be there a long time. Uh-oh. This guy been bad. I need to do something to you then. You're gonna put me in a home and make me watch Die Hard on repeat. I need to do something. I need to figure out this small print. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something real diabolical. I'm gonna do something really diabolical to you. Ooh. I'm gonna make you watch Wednesday over and over again. Over and over again, from beginning to end, from episode 1 to episode 8 or whatever it was, and then right back to beginning over and over again. Speaking of diabolical, I'm still gonna get to watching Gen V, but I might wait till all the episodes are out before I watch that. Excuse me. It's fine. I'll zone out pretty quickly anyway. I'd have to like put you one of those like strap down chairs where they force you to hold your head up and keep your eyes open like that. And you're just strapped up in the chair. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. This is an unfair marriage, that's for sure. It's way tipped in your favor. Read the small print, people. Read the small print. Women's rights and all that. Man, how's feminism working for somebody who isn't even a feminist? That is not fair. That is not fair at all. Feminism benefiting someone who isn't even a feminist, mate. Something's not right here. Man, Sam missed every single one of the feminist meetings and somehow still reaped all the benefits from it. Like, reaped all the benefits and none of the negatives. That's like, mate, how did that happen? How did that happen? I think that army generals need to study you, quite frankly, like at this point. We need to get army generals to be like, how do we how do we mimic that? How do we repeat that? Get all the benefits and none of the negatives. It's like, mate, how did this happen? Oh wait, is it the daughter doing all the killing? Maybe I just identify as a feminist. Excuse me, but due to assume my social political stance, actually, I identify as a apparently there's a bed making competition. That's mad. There's a bed making competition. I mean, I guess it's not the most surprising thing, but even still, I would definitely lose a bed making. I don't think I'd even qualify, quite frankly. I mean, I could make a bed, but I'm just saying, not like well. I could tuck it in. I think that's about it. Tuck in the sheets. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. If you can get a little something out of it, then hey. If you can get a little something out of it, then hey, why not? But for real though, I'm gonna need to find like some kind of contract lawyer or something. Get me out of this. Shout, I'm impressed. I need more rides. Bow to me. You got to shed a little tear though. Like I think that's the real key. Shed a little tear. Like if you say you're oppressed but you don't cry, I mean I don't know. Maybe it could work. Maybe. But I feel like once you shed a little tear, guaranteed, whatever you want. Make sure you got at least a few tears, like 1 or 2 tears running down your face when you say I'm oppressed. Say that, but do that, and it's like, oh. And also, no matter what happens, no matter what's said, you have to make it out like it's somebody else's fault. Like the worst thing you could do is actually take accountability. That's the worst thing you can do. So it's no matter what, it's always gonna be somebody else's fault. You're gonna shed a tear, blame it on somebody else. Even if somebody comes to you and has like clear, irrefutable evidence that you're actually the cause of your own issues, even then, somehow, some way, it's somebody else's fault. But that was Kaddish from the X-Files season 4, episode 15. That was kind of interesting. I'm not sure I followed it fully, but I got that, you know, the guy was murdered and he came back to life and murdered the people that murdered him, or something like that. So that was interesting. But yeah, I probably missed some of the nuances on the episode, to be honest with you. I thought, hey, it was the last episode of the day, and that happens sometimes because, you know, fatigue kind of kicks in after a little while. But that was episode 15, so next week it's 16, 17, and 18. now. Let me come over here. It's this one I want to do. And chat for a little bit while we wrap up. I've watched enough of these victim vids. I've got this up. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm a victim. Oh, my bunions. It's not right, that is. Oh, it's not right. It's not right. Oh. Let's find a victim video actually, and decide whether she is at. Well, I say she. That's my sexism coming through. Decide whether. Actually, maybe searching victim video wasn't such a good idea because, well, it's not even funny, but yeah, actual victims of things are coming up. So yeah, maybe not quite appropriate for making fun of, methinks. So let me leave that alone. Let me leave that alone. That looks like some serious stuff that it'd be inappropriate to make jokes about on a live stream. So I don't know, maybe I'll make jokes later offline. I won't. That's me. But yeah, we'll leave that alone. Come at me with facts. I'll just cry and say, of course you'll say that you're a man. Women should never be questioned and believe women. I've got this. Oh, okay. Sounds prepared. Sam is ready for the big leagues, alright? Wow. Well, speaking of victims, I'm just on YouTube's front page, and one of the recommended videos is Chris Rock talking about the slap. I think it's from his comedy show where he says, "I'm not a victim." So perhaps this one is worth watching a little bit. I just realized the sound wasn't on. The sound wasn't on. My bad. My bad. But yeah, I'm sure you've seen it already anyway. I watched Amber Heard trial. She was just a bad actress. That was the best of these men coming at me with my feelings are way more important. Amber Heard nothing. Apparently she was almost kicked off the set, almost fired from the set of Aquaman 2. And apparently Elon Musk stepped in and was like, no, I will scorch the earth if you do that. I don't know, rich people are funny. Like in a bad way. Brack's still here. Brack's still in at his house. Be believed. Yeah, Amber Heard is the real innocent victim in all this. Haven't you heard, Amber Heard? Oh, speaking of that, actually, do you hear about Jonathan Majors and the latest with Jonathan Majors? So apparently the lady that accused him of assault got arrested for assault. The lady that accused Jonathan Majors of assault got arrested for assault. Well. Interesting. I'll make this for real. And the thing is like, I mean, it's just bad, like, because there's people who really do get assaulted by their partners, by their boyfriends, husbands, and so on. Like these things happen, and I get that it's difficult to report these things. I get that when they do get reported, unfortunately, they're not always taken seriously. So I totally understand that it's not easy, and there's definitely things that need to be fixed and things that need to be worked on in society and how things are done. But you gotta know that when you lie about it, that does not help at all. Like, it just makes it so much worse for everybody, and then it makes it even harder for the real victims. You know, like, you gotta know that. Like, it's so despicable to lie about these sorts of things, because it's not even, I mean, yeah, you could be potentially ruining somebody's life, ruining somebody's career, but even like going beyond that, you could be just making it so much harder and worse for people who are really going through it. You know, so like, yeah, I got no sympathy for people who lie about these things. It's like, nah, that's just not okay. That's not okay at all. But I imagine all the executives at Marvel right now just like, big sigh of relief. because they had a lot riding on this guy, on Jonathan Majors. Like, he's pretty much being billed as the next big thing in the Marvel universe. So if he went to prison for something, for anything, that would have been a massive setback for Marvel, especially as like they've already filmed stuff with, and you can't just like start it again now, right? So like, yeah, I imagine there's a lot of people, a lot of high ups at Marvel going, oh thank God. You know what I mean? Like, whew, that was close. Zoom should be locked up. Only you missing out his life, but that's for victims of this stuff as well. Indeed, indeed, I do not disagree with that. But it's just crazy though. Like, there's people out there who have been who falsely accused people of, like, whether it's rape or harassment or assault, so it's something like really kind of egregious like that, right? It's been proven that it was a false accusation, and then pretty much nothing happens to them. And that's wild to me, because it's like, at the very least, it's wasting police time, right? Like, at the very least, if you lie about these sorts of things, you're wasting police time, and that's a crime right there. You know, you're wasting police time, you're wasting government resources. All right, that's got to be a crime right there, right? But yeah, nothing happens to them. It's mad. Yo, what up, Ben? Hey Ben, how you been? He wrote a book about understanding man and the funny ways. And in the book, he touches on men's mental health. He went on this show. They started debating him on women's rights. It was awful. So he goes on the show to talk about men's mental health, and someone starts debating him about women's rights. It's like, bruh, two different things. Two different things. It's like, women's rights are important. Let me be clear on that. But, you know, two different things right now. Two different things. Like, we could talk about women's rights tomorrow or whatever, but today we'll talk about this. Two different things. But that's the whole thing, isn't it? What about this? What about that? What about this? Is like, bruh, I could only discuss one thing at a time. Indeed. Yeah, I mean, Halloween was just, yeah, just Halloween. Watched the X-Files, so there was that. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, so that's kind of part of the issue, like, where a lot of guys feel like they can't really talk about their problems. You know, because when you do, it becomes more about making the other person feel better about themselves for not understanding, or, you know, either that, or it becomes like, you know, oh, your problems aren't that big a deal, or, you know, or quit whining, or quit complaining, you know, man up, you know, that's a popular one, right? You know, it becomes more about that than actually dealing with the issue. And the truth is, like, one person having a problem doesn't negate another person's problems. It's not about who has the worst problems or who has it bad or who. That's stupid. It's like there's things going on in the world. Some things affect this guy, some things affect this girl, some things affect these people, some things affect those people, and some things affect other people in different ways. And but I don't know, people are stupid, man. I swear down. Talk about themselves. Ben's asked if he got many people knocking. I don't know, Ben. I don't really pay attention to other people's sexual activities, so I don't know. So, but you know, if they're lucky, I guess. So. Kind of an odd question, but you know. Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad. It would help you if you forget about your own issues and just focus on mine. Oh, shut up. Oh, you actually took the question that way. Well, I guess you'll never know. I guess you'll never know. Maybe I understood what you meant. Maybe I'm feigning it. Guess you'll never know. Trick-or-treating's not really a thing. I mean, yeah, it's a thing, but I don't think it's like a much of a thing. Like, I don't think well, that's not true. I think I've literally only ever seen like one trick-or-treat in my whole life. Like, I don't think it's a thing around here, around these parts. Like, it doesn't seem to be a thing that people do that much. Then versus now. It's just lame though if you go on a show to talk about something, especially if you talk about trying to talk about a serious subject, and then people just feel the need to like hijack it and be like, oh no, you don't get to talk about that. We're going to talk about this instead. Like, that is so lame. That is so lame, but hey. No, I ain't been into today. One sec. You know, some of my YouTube recommendations are wild. Like, I swear down. I mean, some of them I feel like I get why I'm being recommended something, even if I'm not really that interested in it. But others are just like wild. Like, bruh. I got one video being recommended to me. It's called Make Her Desire You More. Older women over 60. Beautiful natural women over 60. And the thumbnail, in the thumbnail, it says, make her pussy wet when you do this. Like, raw. What was I watching to get recommended this video? Also, I'm pretty sure none of these women are actual or real women. It looks like an AI video, but what did I watch to get recommended that? Mate, I don't know. Yeah, eBay. I mean, I sold a few things on eBay. Sold a few things today. One guy seems to be a time waster though, but what can you do, man? What can you do? He's just messaging me, trying to arrange a pickup. I'm like, nah, not arrange the pickup. It's not. There's us going about how can I trust you? You're a new seller on eBay, and it's like, bro, this guy has an account newer than mine. Like, his account is actually about a couple of weeks newer than mine, and he's talking about he can't trust me because my account is new. It's like, nah, shut up, man. Like, don't waste my time, bro. Don't waste my time. Oh, Pearl, yeah. I know you're talking about just Pearly things. I mean, I don't. Well, I know of her because other people speak about her, but yeah, I've seen a few clips. Bruh. Yeah, I've seen a few clips from Just Pearly Things. I don't bother that show. I feel like I've seen enough to know that it's not anything I need to be spending time on. I feel like she's one of these people that just like says things just to, because it, you know people say things to get the reaction, but they don't really believe. I don't think she. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I don't think she believes in what she's saying. She's just saying for the reaction and the attention and the money and all the. You know, some people don't care what kind of attention they get, so as long as they get attention, because you can leverage that. That's how she comes across to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm all the way wrong, but bruh, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Yeah, no, feedback's 100% at the moment. Though, to be fair, not everybody leaves feedback. You know, not everybody leaves feedback, so there is that. But yeah, so far it's 100%, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, in fairness, it is a new account. I get that. Like, I understand that if you see somebody whose account is new and they're selling something, you know, £50, £60, I get it. There's going to be some kind of, you know, apprehension about what's going on. I'm not even mad at that fact, right? But the thing is, you can see it's a new account. You can see that I'm not offering any kind of a collection. If you can see that, why are you bidding on it? You know what I mean? If you don't trust it's genuine, don't bid on it. Like, that's because had he messaged me before and said, "Hey, look, I was wondering if you could do a pickup," I would have said no, and then you didn't have to bother bid on it and just go somewhere else. But the guy bidded, won the auction, and then messages me saying, "Oh, when can I pick it up?" It's like, you can't. Like, pay through eBay, then I'll send it, record a delivery. But yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's some kind of scam or whatever. I don't know. Like, maybe it's not a scam. Maybe he's genuine. I don't know. But it feels to me like it's some kind of scam. Either way, I'm not doing it. Like, at this point, even if he pays, I'll just send his money back. I'm not sending it to him. He hasn't paid, by the way. But even if he does, I'll just send his money back because I don't trust it at this point. I just don't trust it. Shut up. Yeah, I know of her because, like, they talk about her sometimes on Aber and Preach. Aber and Preach is a good channel. I like that. I like their stuff. I mean, they can get a bit at times, you know, where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? They can get a bit like that at times where I'm just like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need to watch this. But yeah, a lot of their videos, I feel like they make some interesting points. But yeah, that's what I know about Thingy. Well, anyway, I'm not saying anything sentimental, just some other things, just trimming the fats, that's all, just trimming the fat. But yeah, it's about that time to start winding down. I just find it interesting how an unmarried woman in her 20s, that's all. Oh yeah that's the thing about a lot of these channels though, like I've seen a few like where you got somebody giving advice about relationships and how things should be and all that kind of stuff. And then they're either somebody like, yeah, like really young, or it's like the type of woman, like there'd be a woman, it's usually a woman, to be fair. It's not always, but usually a woman. But be a woman, and they'd be saying stuff like, I saw this one video, one channel where this one was talking about how men don't want women who have children, that men don't want women who are in their 40s, you know, and she was saying that they're not desirable to a high value man and that kind of thing. She was saying all that stuff, right? And then come find out, this is a woman who's in her 40s herself with a child. Like, okay, so what we doing? Like, are you mad that they don't want you, or what are we doing here? But anyway, I think people just need this. I mean, everybody wants attention. We all want attention. Well, not all of us, but I get it. It's wanting attention is not bad. It's not a bad thing to want attention, but bro, the way some of these people are getting attention, that ain't the one. And all that money she's making, please stay on wife and mother. Right. But you know what though, like, and this is the thing. I mean, it's not a problem with YouTube. I think it's more a problem with people in the internet in general. Because if you are, I mean, let's keep it all the way real. If you're a good-looking woman and you make a channel where you say things like, you know, men. If you talk about like men's rights, for example, and you're a good-looking woman, chances are you're gonna get a lot of views. You're gonna get a lot of views, and even if some of the stuff you say is just stupid, like you're getting the views. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. If you appeal to that kind of what's the word? Incel type. You know, incel type thing. If you appeal to that demographic, you're gonna do pretty okay. If you're a good-looking woman and you make videos that appeals to that kind of incel demographic, you're probably gonna do pretty okay in terms of your views, you know. And you're gonna make some good points, I'm sure, but you're gonna make some silly points as well, and it's just not gonna matter. And they're gonna contradict themselves, talking about, oh yeah, this is an ideal woman for a man, and they're good as not who they are, you know. And it's like, bruh. But anyway. It matters not. There's plenty of good channels out there that don't talk bollocks. Well, don't talk as much bollocks anyway. Everybody talks bollocks. I probably talk a fair amount of bollocks myself. I ain't gonna lie. I talk a lot of shit. I ain't gonna lie. But hopefully, the shit that I talk is at least consistent. Like, hopefully I've got that. Hopefully I've got at least that much. It's just consistent. But anyway, it's late. Next live stream is Thursday, 8 p.m. GMT, playing some games, playing Breath of the Wild. If you can join me then, that'd be awesome. But it is late, so I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna maybe have a little snack, and then I'm going to have some rest, and then yeah, see if I can get some things tomorrow. But until whenever, if ever, oh wait, sorry, you guys have been awesome as always. I forgot, my bad.